the world's great novels. The National Broadcasting Company presents the second of a three-part adaptation of A Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court by Samuel Clemens. Another in our series of books that live, the world's great novels.
Last week, we heard how a certain Yankee from Hartford, Connecticut, was knocked unconscious in a fight and awoke to find himself at King Arthur's court. The Connecticut Yankee himself tells the story of the adventures of a 19th century American in 6th century England.
Well, sir, it was quite a surprise to find myself at King Arthur's court. But, like a Yankee, I set about making the best of it. By predicting an eclipse of the sun, which was considered a miracle, I became King Arthur's right-hand man, the most powerful official in the kingdom. In fact, the people everywhere gave me the title of the boss. When I looked around the country, I couldn't understand why they called it Merry England, for the people were mostly slaves to ignorance, tradition, and superstition. Made my Yankee blood boil to see good, simple-hearted folks bow down to every half-wit noble, and I felt like leading a revolution. But we Yankees are practical, too, and I knew I couldn't change things too fast. So, with my loyal assistant, Clarence, to help me, I began to establish schools and factories and newspapers, along with my own military and naval academies. We also strung secret telephone and telegraph wires about the country. After a few years, I had a group of 6th century experts who were learning the wonders of science and democracy. I would have been glad to take in the nobles and the knights with me, but they were too busy crusading and justing and riding around the countryside fighting monsters and dragons. However, I didn't ignore the knights altogether, for I had a scheme to make them useful. So I called them into a meeting one day. Very well, gentlemen. The meeting will come to order. I beg your pardon, good sirs, but what are you gabbing about? I mean, prithee, what discusseth ye?
Hast thou heard, Sir Boss? In next tournament they quoteth odds of 3-1, and Sir Sagramore are desirous.
Say, those are pretty long odds. Ain't he up against Sir Percival?
Oh, in sooth 'tis so. And he shall find it woundily hard to overthrow Sir Percival, I trow.
Oh, I'm with you there, neighbor. Sir Percival's as hot as a pistol.
Hot as a pistol? I wit ye not, fair sir.
Never mind. Let's get down to business. Now, you fellows are all knight-errants, aren't you?
Aye, it is our honor thus to serve the cause of chivalry.
And you roam the highways and byways of the far ends of the kingdom, don't you?
Oh, that is our mission, fair sir. To right wrong where'er we find it.
Good. Well, I have here a special decoration for each of you to wear. Now, just look at this.
Why, 'tis lettered all in gilt.
Oh, 'tis more splendid and radiant than the facing of the bravest shield.
I'm going to give one of these to each of you in recognition of your many deeds of valor. I pledge ye only to wear it wherever you go.
Oh, who indeed would part with such a decoration?
All right. Now, here's yours, Sir Lacote Mailtail. See, it spells out Persimmon's Soap, patronized by the elect. When you put this sandwich sign on, this emblem on, it'll spell that out to all the world, both fore and aft.
Oh, thank thee, Sir Boss. Persimmon's Soap, patronized by the elect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, surely 'tis a noble banner.
Oh, I'll say it is. Now, I also want you to take a few bars of Persimmon's Soap about the kingdom on your travels. We're introducing it at a special cut-rate price. Do you think you can sell these bars of soap?
I vow it, fair sir, upon my sword. If any wish not to buy, I shall challenge them to a joust.
That's the spirit. And I'll tell you what, if you conquer any other knights, you may send them forth to do thy bidding. So they, too, shall sell Persimmon's Soap. Why, you'll be a regular sales manager.
A sales manager? Oh, truly 'tis a proud title, and I shall do my best to warrant it.
Now, you, Sir Lamorak, here is your sign. Use Peterson's prophylactic toothbrush. And here's your sample kit.
I wit not what it means, a prophylactic toothbrush, but I shall sell them if Ursula Coat can sell persimmon soap.
Oh, I'm sure you will, Sir Lamorak. You will have a chance to take an intensified course in sales instruction before you leave. Now, Sir Osace of Sir Lace, I have here for you a sign proclaiming Majestic Brand Stove Polish.
Stove polish. And what strange wonder may it be?
Of course, there aren't any stoves yet, but you can whip up a little interest in the idea until the stoves come along from the factory. Our office will give you all the necessary information.
'Tis a strange quest, Sir Boss, but I shall do aught that I can.
That's the spirit. Remember, each of you represents the best brand in his line, because there aren't any other brands. Now, I swear all of you to ride diligently and to present your wares to every prospect.
We do so swear, Sir Boss.
Just when everything was going good, the king insisted on giving me the honor of going on a nightly mission. He appointed me the protector of the Demoiselle Alexandre la Carteloise. I called her Sandy for short. Sandy claimed she'd escaped from a castle where a flock of princesses were being held prisoner by 3 giant ogres, and it was up to me to rescue them. So I found myself dolled up in a suit of armor, riding over the countryside. Well, sir, it was worse than wearing a dress suit, I'm telling you. When the sun beat down on that tinware, I felt like a chicken in an oven. So I was glad enough to pause by a little stream, take off my helmet, and dip a few buckets of cold water down the back of my neck. Oh, Sandy, this is more like it. Resting here in the shade. Hand me my pipe there, will you?
Thy pipe? I wit not the name of pipe.
There, that's it, that curved stemmed object.
Oh, aye.
Thank you.
What wonders dost thou do with this?
Why, I smoke, Sandy. Of course, I haven't any proper tobacco. Just some dried willow bark, but it's better than nothing. Let me see, I think I brought some matches along. Yes, here they are.
Matches, fair sir? Oh, it is a strange-sounding name. Oh, those little sticks.
Yes, I take one of these little sticks, I light it, light my pipe, and puff away. Sandy, you know... Sandy, where are you? Hey, where are you? I command to know.
Verily, your worship, I am here.
Oh, Sandy, come down out of that tree. I won't harm you.
I prithee, fair sir, let me remain afar.
Come now, Sandy. This tobacco's not so bad as all that. It won't hurt you.
But to breathe fire so, surely 'tis the devil's doing.
Oh, come now. I'm only smoking my pipe. Come on back. I promise you that you won't be harmed.
Well, I trust in thou promise. But 'tis a dreadful and wondrous thing, thou must concede.
All right, I'll concede it.
Oh, such a strange wonder. I would have deemed thou had changed thyself into a dragon.
Oh, you people have heard too many fairy tales. You're ready to believe anything. But, Sandy, what's the matter now?
Oh, look, my lord. Defend thyself. Peril of life is toward.
Peril of life?
On yonder hill. Seest thou not the knights approaching?
Yeah, they are riding this way. 6 of them. What do you suppose they want?
Oh, to horse, Sir Boss. Defend thyself ere they kill thee.
Kill me?
Aye.
Hey, wait a minute. Aren't they going to challenge me or something? Why, they're all coming toward me at once.
Oh, I'm merry, sir. They'll all kill thee at once. This is no tournament, my lord. And if they kill thee, thy armor is their prize.
Shucks, I'd give them the armor if they asked me for it.
Oh, they will kill thee first. And if thou art defeated, I, too, would be their prize.
You, Sandy? Oh, no, they don't. Where's my lance? Where's my sword?
Oh, to horse, my lord.
Oh, it's no use, Sandy. I can't get up on that horse with all this truck. And besides, there are 6 of them against 1. Now, you hide behind that tree. They're coming.
Oh, sir, what's thy pipe?
Huh?
Puff thy pipe and breathe smoke at them.
My pipe?
Aye.
Say, that's an idea. Gosh, I can't see in this cloud of smoke. What happened?
Oh, they have stopped there, sir. Now they ride away.
Yes, I see. Well, I guess we scared them off.
Aye, sir, boss.
Uh-oh, they're stopping. Get back and hide again, Sandy. Maybe they're going to charge again.
Ah, fear not, my lord. The enchantment of thy magic smoke hath made them helpless and powerless.
Oh, look, Sandy, if my magic hath only stunned them. We've got to get away from here before they come riding back.
Riding back?
Mhm.
Oh, la, I've no fear of that, my lord. Such craven knights as they will not return, methinks. They would assail a single man on foot, but not a dragon breathing fire.
Then what are they waiting for? Why don't they ride away?
Thou art their victor. They wait to yield themselves to thee.
To yield them? You mean to give themselves up to me?
Oh, verily, they must. But they fear to approach thee to surrender their arms.
Well, then maybe I'd better go to them.
Oh, but wait. Your coming would affright them anew. So I will go and have them yield in the name of Sir Boss, the most mighty of knights and my protector.
That's how I vanquished half a dozen bold knights. Me, a fellow who couldn't even clamber on a horse wearing all that armor. That was strange enough, but not nearly as strange as what happened when we came to Sandy's castle. When people have been brought up on ignorance and superstition, they can believe anything. As we rode along a few days later, Sandy began to get excited.
Oh, methinks, Sir Boss, that we approach the castle.
Well, I haven't had much experience with this rescue business, Sandy. Now, just who is being held prisoner?
Well, there are 3 princesses, fair sir, and their maids in waiting.
And who is guarding them?
3 monstrous ogres, Sir Boss. Oh, but hold. I see the castle just ahead.
Oh, you see the castle?
Right.
Whoa, Nellie. Well, where, Sandy? I don't see any castle.
Don't see it, but 'tis right there on yon hillside.
Right there.
Well, of a surety. Lo, it looms.
Oh, look, Sandy, what I see isn't a castle. It's nothing but a pigsty.
A pigsty? Does it seem to thee a pigsty?
It sure doth.
That is strange. Mayhap it be enchanted. And yet it hath not changed for me.
Now, just be calm, Sandy. If you say it's a castle, it's a castle. But because of the enchantment, it looks like a pigsty to me.
Oh, hi.
Did you see the princesses or the ogres around anywhere?
Thou seest them not?
Mm-mm.
Well, the princesses are on the castle grounds, and the ogres e'en now are glancing toward us.
It just goes to show you, Sandy. Those princesses look like pigs to me, and the ogres look like swineherds.
But how canst thou fight them if they be enchanted so?
Don't you worry, Sandy. Remember, I know a little magic myself. Now, you just stay back here and look the other way, and I'll settle this thing in a jiffy. I'll be back in a minute. Giddy up, Nellie. Well, I bribed the swineherds to lie down and pretend they were dead, paying them a little extra to ask no questions. Then I got a boy to load up the pigs in a cart and drive toward Camelot. I told him he could bring them back after we were gone. After all that, I went back to Sandy and told her to take a look at the scene. Well, she was pleased as punch. She waved to the pigs as their royal coach took them toward safety. And I guess I waved too, but I glanced around to make sure no one was looking. Sandy wanted me to cut off the heads of the dead ogres, but I thought that would be carrying things too far, so I convinced her it would be bad luck if I cut off the ogres' heads. And it sure would have been for those poor swineherds. It all goes to show how a buddy can be brought up to believe anything. Why, I've heard sensible people practically swear they've seen hoop snakes. Now I ask you. After that, I was anxious to get back to my work in Camelot, but we no sooner got started than we met one of my traveling salesmen, Sir Lacote Mailtail, the one that was in the soap line. How's business, Sir Lacote?
Ah, verily, 'tis brisk, Sir Boss. But there is news for ye to hear.
Oh? What's up?
I have come here now from the Valley of Holiness, hoping perchance to do business at the magic fount where many pilgrims gather.
By George, you're a regular go-getter.
Oh, but the magic fount hath ceased to flow. For 9 days now it hath been dry, and great is the lamentation.
Oh, that is a calamity, right in the middle of the pilgrim season.
First off, they sent for thee, Sir Boss. But sith ye were not found, they summoned thy rival in magic, the great Merlin.
Oh, the great Merlin, is it? How's that old faker making out?
Oh, Merlin hath been there 3 days now, and right bravely doth he work his magic. but not a whiff of moisture hath he started yet, if ye count not the barrel of sweat he sweateth over the dire labors of his task.
Well, I better run on over and have a look at the situation. Meanwhile, I want you to ride to Camelot and give this note to Clarence. Chemical Department, a laboratory extension, Section G. Send 2 of number 3 and 6 of number 4, together with proper complimentary details, and 2 of my trained assistants. There, that ought to do it. Now ride, brave knight, as fast as you can fly.
That I shall, Sir Boss, forsooth and verily.
Your Highness, I understand you're the head man in charge of this magic fountain.
Aye, and I pray thee get to thy work at once and end this calamity with thy enchantments.
Oh, not so fast, Your Highness. Merlin has the contract, and no other magician can touch that job until he throws it up.
But of a surety this is an emergency, and his efforts availeth not.
Well, sir, he's a pretty good magician in a small way, and he's doing the best he can. They tell me he's enchanting like a beaver.
Aye, but he raiseth no moisture.
Well, let him keep on enchanting while my assistants and I have a look around. Well, boys, I'm glad you're here. This bit of magic is going to take a bit of work.
Aye, Sir Boss. We are prepared.
We have brought the tools that thou commanded.
Good. Now, first of all, we're going to lower you down in that well. Unless I miss my guess, some of the wall stones have fallen out, letting the water escape. Now, are you sure no one knows that we're here at the well?
Aye. All are gathered to watch Merlin try to break the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, none seemeth curious about the well itself.
All right. Are you ready?
Aye, Sir Boss.
Then we'll lower away. Tell us when to stop. Now, let me see. First, we'll patch up the wall of the well. Then we'll rig up a pipe and hook on the hand pump so we spout that water up in the air. Why, it'll be just like a regular fountain at an amusement park.
Oh, Sir Boss, I have found it.
Good.
Thy suspicions are confirmed, Sir Boss. But tell me, why didst thou have us bring the fireworks? How will they help restore the well?
Oh, that's just for window dressing. Now, when I give the signal to pump up the water, we'll set off the fireworks at the same time. Ought to make quite a show. It ain't every day you get a chance to do a miracle, so you ought to make the most of it. Well, everything went according to plan. We patched up the wall of the well. We rigged up the fireworks, rockets, and Roman candles on the roof of a building nearby so we could set them off with an electric battery. I sent out word that I would appear that night and that night only. And you should have seen that crowd. That night I arrived on the scene and stepped on the platform where Merlin had been working for days. Right away, the crowd grew quiet.
Greetings, Sir Boss, and welcome to thy test.
Evening, Your Highness, and howdy, Brother Merlin. You ready to give up?
Aye. My enchantments availeth not, nor will indeed the spells of any man. I have called upon every name that can prevail.
Is that true, Sir Boss?
Well, I think I've got a trick up my sleeve, Your Highness. I think I know a name or two that Master Merlin may have forgotten.
Your Highness, this cannot be true. Neither angels nor demons will venture to break this curse.
Well, I'll have to call on someone else then. Are you ready? I shall call 3 times. Tippy, Canoe, and Tyler, too.
Behold, stars fall upward.
Tippy, Canoe, and Tyler, too.
Behold, great balls of fire dance on the rooftops.
Tippy, Canoe, and Tyler, too.
Behold, the water leaps forth. The fountain is freed. The spell is broken.
Yes, sir, you can't beat a snappy slogan. And as for you, John W. Merlin, you better go back to practicing your card tricks. Well, I felt pretty good about the way things worked out with the magic fountain, and I guess I sort of liked the way it made me a hero to Sandy, too. On the way back to Camelot, I found myself trying to explain some of my ideas about government and democracy and equality. When I talked of things like the secret ballot and the jury system, Why, they seemed like even stranger magic to her than any she'd ever heard of. But something happened later that I'm sure she understood. One night we stopped at the castle of a mighty duke for knights errant, took shelter wherever it could be found. When they learned that I was Sir Bors, the right-hand man of King Arthur himself, they really made us welcome. In fact, as a special treat, our host invited us to visit the castle dungeons where he kept his prisoners. I didn't like the idea very much, but after all, we were his guests. So we followed him and one of his servants down and down a winding staircase. We made our way along a clammy stone corridor, the flickering light of a flaring torch casting weird shadows on the walls. Sandy's face was white, and I felt a little skittish myself. But the Duke talked as if he was showing his flower garden.
I vow I ne'er hath seen a more stubborn subject than the one I shall show ye. He hath been on the rack for many hours, yet he confesseth not.
Now, the rack, you mean the torture wheel?
Aye, and he yield not his confession now, he shall be torn asunder.
What has this man done to deserve such punishment?
Oh, he hath been accused of killing a stag in the king's own forest.
Accused? You mean it hasn't been proved?
He was reported to be seen near where the stag was found, yet he confesseth not.
But, Your Highness, supposing he has nothing to confess.
Oh, as to that we shall see anon. And I rack him to death, and he confess not. It will peradventure show he had indeed naught to confess.
But he'd be dead.
And a pity, too, for he hath been a good farmer. But if I rack him not, and he die unconfessed, the fault would be mine. It is the law that if he be a criminal, his land and property is forfeit to his lord, to this estate. As a loyal servant of the king, I must uphold the law. Should he be guilty and not confess, I should be breaking the sacred vows I swore.
But what if he's not guilty and can't confess, yet you rack him to death?
Ah, I shall lose a good servant, more's a pity. But I shall have done my duty as I took my oath. Surely none could deny that.
Oh, no, I suppose not.
Ah, but hold. Here is the chamber door. Let it be opened.
The door swung open. In the smoky glare of torches along the walls, I saw a young man stretched upon the rack. His wrists and ankles were tied to ropes which led over windlasses at either end. There was no color in his face, no expression, only beads of sweat. In the corner, a girl was crouching. I could tell by the way she looked at him she was his wife. Just as we entered and stood in shocked silence, the executioner gave his machine a turn. That gasp and sob sent a shiver of pain through me. And Sandy touched my arm.
Sir Boss, in spite of thy great powers, I have asked naught of thee till...
I know, Sandy. It shall be as you wish. Stop! Release this prisoner!
But hold. This cannot be. This is my castle. I speak for the law here.
Ye forget, your highness. This is the boss. And ye do not his will. His magic will dissolve this castle like to the fabric of a dream.
Never mind the magic, Sandy. In the name of King Arthur, and by the power invested in me as his minister, I command it.
So be it then, Sir Boss. Let his command be obeyed.
Let me speak to these two prisoners alone, Your Highness. Then I'll tell you what I've decided. Take your servants and go. And you go too, Sandy.
I...
Very well. The curse of broken vows be on thee if justice is not done.
Let me worry about justice, Your Highness.
Come then. We will depart.
Oh, thank you, fair sir. May I?
Yes, you may touch him, girl. Do what you like.
Oh, my darling.
Here, give him a drink of water.
Oh, thank you. From my soul, fair sir. Here, Hugo. Drink.
And now, my friend, tell me your side of the story. I know the other side.
No, I will not speak.
But you must speak, Hugo. To him.
It is some trick to break my will. It changes nothing, Marion.
Now, wait a minute. Have you folks ever heard of me? The boss?
Oh, yes. All know of thee in Arthur's realm.
Well, if you've heard rightly about me, you shouldn't be afraid to talk to me.
Ah, fair lord, do thou persuade him to confess. He suffereth this for me, but I can bear it not. Make him confess, and let him die a sweet, swift death. I cannot bear this one.
Be still, Marion. Ye wit not what ye ask. Shall I starve my wife and child to win a gentle death? Thou knowest me better.
You must persuade him, my lord. He will not speak. But if he would, he might have the solace of a blessed quick death.
Now, let's stop that kind of talk, doggone it. Nobody's gonna die. He's going out of here a free man.
A free man? Oh, sweet sir.
Do ye mean that, my lord, verily?
Oh, yes, of course I do.
Oh, Hugo, thou art saved. It is the minister of the king who speaks, the servant of Arthur, the king whose word is gold.
I don't get this at all. If you trust me now, why didn't you speak before when I asked for your story?
Ye had made no promise then, else I had spoken.
Oh, I see. I mean, I guess I do. You thought you had to confess or I'd put you back on the rack. But you didn't have anything to confess.
I, my lord, nothing to confess? How so? It was I indeed that killed the king's deer.
You did?
Aye.
Oh, this is all mixed up.
I begged him to confess, my lord. I begged him on my knees.
But why did you want him to confess? You knew that he would die if he did.
Yes, but a quick death without cruel pain.
I see, but he didn't want a quick death.
He? Why, of a surety he did.
Well, then, why didn't he confess?
Confess, fair sir. For all my lowly station, I am a man. Should I confess and leave my wife and little one without bread and shelter all their lives?
Leave your wife and... Now, let me get this straight. Yes, I see it now. If you confessed, you would die a criminal, and your land would be taken by the Duke's estate, leaving your family beggars without a home.
Aye.
If you didn't confess, you'd die in torture, but your family would keep your land.
Even so, my lord. And surely a man would rather die 1,000 deaths than have his loved ones tortured by hunger and want.
Oh, Hugo, I would rather we starve than have thee suffer so.
Oh, doggone it. You're two of the bravest people I ever met. And the most loyal. Tell you what I want to do. Take the note I'll give you and go to Camelot. Hand it to Sir Clarence, my assistant. And he'll put you to work in one of my factories. Would you like to work for me?
Oh, would I, fair sir? Why, I will be your slave forever.
My slave? Oh, no, you won't, Hugo. You won't be anybody's slave. My factories aren't run by slaves, and will never be. Because the most important product we turn out is independent men.
The Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court by Samuel Clemens is one of the world's great novels brought to you each week by the NBC University of the Air. The Connecticut Yankee is adapted for radio by Jack Wilson. Donald Gallagher is featured as the Yankee. The role of Sandy is played by Jane Elliott. The wife is played by Geraldine Kay, Hugo by Charles Mountain, Sir Lacote by Cliff Norton, the Duke by Boris Aplon, His Highness by Jess Pugh, Sir Lamorak by Marvin Peisner, and Merlin by Sherman Marks. The music was composed by Emil Soderstrom, and the orchestra was directed by Bernard Berquist. The entire production was under the direction of Homer Heck. Listen next week to the final episode of The Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court by Samuel Clemens, and meanwhile, why not borrow a copy of this book at your local public library? It's to be had for the asking, and to add to your enjoyment of this series, we recommend the Handbook of the World's Great Novels, which you may obtain by sending 25 cents to World's Great Novels, Post Office Box 30, Station J, New York 27, New York. That's Post Office Box 30, Station J, New York 27. And this is John Conrad. This program came to you from Chicago, and is a presentation of the National Broadcasting Company and its affiliated independent stations. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.